Hello friends, today I am talking about the Sustainable Development Goals that are set under United Nations Development Program. Goal number 1, no poverty. The whole humanity faces poverty as greatest challenges. Though the number of people living in extreme poverty has been reduced, millions of people are still under serious poor conditions and lack basic human needs. Such poor population is always vulnerable to diseases, lack basic sanitation facilities, infrastructural facilities, and is always affected because of various types of conflicts and natural disasters. The improvement of such a population is very much necessary for the sustainable development. Goal number 2, zero hunger. Huge developmental activities, economic growth, and higher agricultural productivity have caused the upliftment of people, have caused the people to come out in standard life situations. But still, extreme hunger and malnutrition is a big issue in many societies of the world. Acute environmental degradation, natural disasters, droughts, loss of biodiversity are some of the examples which cause people to suffer to greater extent. Promotion of sustainable agriculture and upliftment of marginal farmers and poor people, along with use of technological aspects, is an important task. And for various countries, they have to come out with better agricultural productivity. Goal number 3, good health and well-being. There are a lot of developments in medical fields to stop epidemics and various types of diseases. But still, millions of people are suffering due to health-related conditions in almost all societies. Good health is one of important aspects for sustainable development, which also consider about the economic and social ways to uplift people and to enhance the quality life of the people. So with ideal environmental conservation practices. So various sectors of society should come ahead in view of cooperation and to provide the right ways to address inequalities and to promote good health for all. It is very necessary for the future right developments. Goal number 4, quality education. In general, overall primary education in almost all societies of the world has been improved. The maximum number of children nowadays, especially in poor and developing countries, are in school, going to school. There is dramatic and remarkable success in providing quality education as compared with few last decades to the growing individuals. It is observed that poverty and armed conflicts and long-term disasters, they cause issues in proper quality education. No doubt, Education is the most powerful tool which can drive sustainable growth in human societies. But it is very necessary to provide affordable education, eliminate gender inequalities and wealth inequalities, and to have right access for higher education as part of future needs of human societies. Goal number 5, gender equality. As part of it, there is much need to avoid discrimination against women and girls. It is the basic human right and much necessary for future sustainable aspects. Empowerment of women can form a base for future development of the societies. The sexual violence, exploitation of women, inequality at various types of work conditions must be eliminated. The women are very close to nature, and there is much need to encourage women leaders in order to have greater gender equality in various societies. Goal number 6, it is about clean water and sanitation. Millions of people throughout the world, they suffer due to water scarcity and polluted water bodies. Water stress is increasing in many societies due to drought and desertification conditions. The situations are worsening in various societies, and there is much need for safe and affordable drinking water and adequate sanitation facilities to all. In one sense, it is right of every individual to have safe and clean environment. Overall, it is the duty of every individual to protect and restore the polluted water ecosystems. Next goal is number 7, affordable and clean energy. Though the number of people who use electricity has increased, lot of issues are there. Millions of people still living with interrupted supply of electricity. The demand for energy use is increasing day by day, but the dependence on fossil fuels must be reduced, and the whole world should go towards maximum use of renewable energy resources. Use of solar energy, wind energy, and other renewable energy sources is an urgent need for the same infrastructure, and technological upgradation is very necessary to obtain clean and efficient sources of energy in various societies of the world. Goal number 8, decent work and economic growth. Economic crisis and recession, they are related with poor conditions of the people in various societies. But nowadays, in developing countries, the income levels of middle class have increased in last few years. Sustainable developmental goals, they promote economic growth, higher productivity, and technological innovations. This is very necessary for development of entrepreneurship opportunities, inclusion of skills in the people. It is very important to eradicate forced working conditions, slavery, and human trafficking. So decent work conditions and productive employment opportunities with proper rules must be provided to men and women. Goal number 9: industry, innovation, and infrastructure. So to drive economic growth and further development of human societies, the investments in infrastructure development and innovations are much necessary. Industries and cities are expanding throughout the world with the increasing transport needs, energy needs, and various types of consumption ways in this era of information and communication technology. These also provides job opportunities and to promote sustainable ways for industrial development and investments in science and technology. The maximum population of the world should have access to internet in future. So it is necessary to avoid the digital divide among the societies. Goal number 10: reduced inequality. There is huge income inequality throughout the world. Population growth is a major reason, along with availability of resources, towards inequality among various societies. Sound policies are required to empower the people with lower income, and inclusion of them in economic development is an important task to avoid widening inequalities. It should be regardless of sex, race, and ethnicity. Goal number 11: sustainable cities and communities. More than half of people on this globe live in cities, and sustainable development cannot be achieved without standard management of urban spaces. In future, the various issues faced by the growing and larger cities must be solved. The sustainable cities will call for more employment and business opportunities, along with affordable housing to the people. It will also call for investments in transport sectors, green spaces, urban planning, and overall participatory involvement of the people in development of the cities. Goal number 12: responsible consumption and production. So to achieve ideal economic growth and sustainable development, we must reduce the increasing impact on the environment. The ways of production and consumption lifestyle must be changed, improved with more conservation aspects. We all must carry out the efficient management of the natural resources and dispose pollutants and wastes in ideal manners. The recycle and reduce waste for wastes are important for industries, businesses, and consumers throughout the world. It is also seen that the major population of the world still lack enough basic needs, and these must be provided with enough production and supply chain. Goal number 13, climate action. Almost every society in the world is experiencing the effects of climate change. Greenhouse emissions are increasing throughout the world, and global warming is showing its drastic effects on our climatic systems. Climate disasters cause loss of hundreds of billions of dollars, property, and lives. All countries must come and work together to stop future damages that are occurring due to climatic changes and disasters. There is much need to take proper measures for sustainable resource management and to put human security in national strategies. The increased investments, proper plans, use of technology, involvement of leaderships are very necessary and requires urgent action to mitigate the adverse effects of climate change. Goal number 14, life below water. We must manage the world's oceans and other water resources, as these are essential for humanity and balance the effects of climate change. Millions of people depend on marine resources and coastal biodiversity. Sustainable utilization of these resources is very much necessary. The oceans also act as sink for carbon dioxide, but with increased emissions, the ocean acidification has increased. We must stop the marine pollution and act towards protection of marine and coastal resources, ecosystems. So conservation and sustainable use of ocean resources is an urgent need, and steps must be taken in future with proper plans. Goal number 15, life on land. Earth provides us enough resources to sustain our livelihoods. Plant life and agricultural production is important for economic growth. So forest plays very crucial role for habitat and maintain balance of the ecosystems, as they absorb pollutants and provide clean air and water to all. Their natural and pristine existence is also very important for our survival for combating climate change. We must stop the deforestation and degradation of lands which severely affect millions of people throughout the world. The biodiversity is at huge risk due to illegal trade of plant and animal life. The trafficking and smuggling must be stopped. We must work to reduce the loss of natural habitats and protect the biological diversity as a common responsibility of all. This will ensure food and water security, develop peace and future security of human beings, along with mitigation of climate change aspects. Goal number 16: peace, justice and institutions. It is impossible to achieve sustainable development without peace, stability and protection of human rights and effective governance. But it is seen that they are increasing in certain societies. They are not well protected. War and armed conflicts, they cause severe impacts on overall development of human societies, affect economic growth and revert in lower quality of life for the people. In addition, the sexual violence, crimes, exploitations, slavery and torture is prevalent in conflicting and warlike conditions. Appropriate measures must be taken by the countries for those who are at risk. The Sustainable Developmental Goals reduce all forms of violence, injustice, security and conflicting conditions. The rule of law and human rights must be promoted to reduce the issues that are faced by various societies of the world. Last goal, goal number 17: partnerships for the goals. Sustainable development can only be experienced with strong partnerships and global cooperation. It is very much necessary to support people who are in conflicting conditions and are suffering through natural disasters throughout the globe. Provision of financial and technological assistance is also the need for many countries of the world. The whole world is a global village nowadays and is well interconnected. More access to technology and knowledge is required to share ideas for future technological developments. Standard practices in international trade and support to developing countries is also an important requirement for fair benefits to all. Thank you very much.